At the crossroads of Highway 20 and Highway W sits a quiet little community where you can walk to the post office to pick up your mail or drink a cup of coffee while waiting for the boys to load up your feed at the local mill. When you're in Missouri, you know you're home. Welcome to Alma.
Welcome in, everyone, to a new episode here in Alma, Missouri. Here we are in the top of our spring planting season, and I was just about to start planting this field up here in sunflowers, and then I realized there was rocks in it. So I figured I better get a stone picker. So we did lease this stone picker because we're not going to use it too often. We were not able to get it all fertilized since we ran out of not total mixed ration, but we ran out of liquid slurry. So now we're going to go pick up these rocks, and then we'll have to fertilize what we don't get, which our planter does have a liquid fertilizer in it. So we'll have that. Of course, we'll have to come out here. We will have to get some herbicide down. We have a lot of weeds already growing in it. Which part of the field is plowed? Now, what we didn't have the liquid slurry down on was plowed up. We did buy a new plow, so I'll show you that in a little while. But here, let me get around this field and get this all picked up and see how many stones we can get out of it. Now that we have him out picking up the rocks, we're going to start picking up our tomatoes to take to town and go purchase that. Ooh, it's auto load. That's nice. We'll purchase our ketchup factory that I wanted to in the last episode that didn't get around to it. We don't have a lot of pallets. We ran out of water and forgot all about them over the winter. We got, maybe 6 pallets over there. About the same over here. Maybe 5 and 5. But I'll finish loading these up and we will head these to town and see how much ketchup we can make. I thought each pallet was 1,000 liters, but it turns out tomatoes are only 500 liters apiece. We got a total of 10 pallets, but not as many liters as I was hoping. Like I said, I don't know how much the ketchup factory is going to take. It may not take very many tomatoes. I presume it would, being the main ingredient. We'll go to town. It looks like everybody's got a lot of weeds in their field this year. That's still a field I'd like to buy, but we got a lot to do in this episode. I want to plant the carrots in our new field we purchased in the last episode. We want to get a quick baler. In the comments, someone commented that the quick baler will be able to bale and wrap the alfalfa, so we're going to try that this episode. Of course, we've got the sunflowers we're going to plant. We're going to plant corn in the 2 fields that we did soybeans last year. And of course, I got to get the fabric over to start making t-shirts. Got a lot to do, but we got all spring to do it. So I'll get these to town and get that new production started. I believe the ketchup factory is on this side of the building. Yes, there it is. Get in there and buy it before we drive in. I don't want to accidentally sell them. Park right here. Run up and see how much it costs. Most are $70,000. See if this is the same way. Oh, it's only $40,000. A lot cheaper. Nice. Looks like we take them probably where they come out at, so maybe right here. If I can get that close enough to it. Find the truck. There we go. Just drive in and drive over the curb to leave. It takes it right here. Yes. There they go. These offloaded, and then we'll go see what it takes to make it. Looks like it just takes tomatoes and water. I don't have any water here yet, so I might see if my propane tank will hold water also, and we'll bring a load of it over since it's close by. Let's go find out. Turns out you can put water in a propane tank. Did not know that was a thing. It works, so saved me from having to buy a new trailer. I need to probably use it to haul some more water to the greenhouses as well. Got a distributor, but it needs filled. Perfect. Water going in. We should be able to make our tomatoes, or not tomatoes, make our ketchup. Yeah, it doesn't take, looks like it may hold 10,000 liters of water, so not too much. So yeah, we'll be able to start making ketchup now. I'm going to go grab another load of water, take it to the greenhouse, we'll go work in the next field. And forgot the update came out for Alma, and now we'll take the straw bales. This is our first try at that. I don't have a place right now to collect the manure. I do need to try to put one of those in somewhere close by that's not going to be in the way, probably on the other side of the building here. Let me find one and get one constructed. Well, that is where I end up putting in the manure pit. I hope it works there. Hope it'll start collecting from it. Some things out of our way. Might put some more bales of straw in. Try to fill them all the way up. So far there was none in it. I don't know how long it takes to start showing, but at least we do have some straw going in already. I'll put some more in, and of course the rock picker I went with, it is leaving a gap on each side. So it's not going to pick up all the rocks, but it'll get close to most of them at least. Here, I'll add these to the cattle barn. Then we'll go get the planter ready. Before we plant, I think I'm going to actually grab the sprayer, get out there and spray all those weeds. So then we can see where we plant a little better. This project done first. There's our planter we're going to use. This tractor's 260 horsepower. The planter requires 280. We're pretty close to enough for this, but we might need the Challenger to really do the job. We got plenty of spraying to do with this field, and I believe both of the fields we're going to use for corn, those are also needing spray. Ooh, maybe. Oh, this is fertilizer. This isn't going to work. I need to get this swapped out and add some herbicide. Now I think we have what I need. Try this again. At least it's showing the right thing. Right, folded, and on. Now the weeds are dying. That's better. Well, I'll spray this field as he picks up the rest of the rocks. Actually, I think he's going to fill up with rocks faster than I thought he would. Dragging my front? No, the weight's not dragging. It's going really slow. So we're going to have to probably dump those rocks somewhere. I'm going to see if I can find a place to sell them. I don't really need them. We're not going to produce lime with it. So I'll spray this, and we'll see you when it's done. Thankfully, not all the field needed sprayed. Part of it was plowed. So we were able to save that area. All this area over here was plowed instead of the liquid slurry, as we ran out. So that saves us some. Unfortunately, the plow brought up a lot more rocks. So it's a benefit in one way, but not every way. Here we go. This is done. Check and see if any other fields need it on our way back, and if they don't, then we will go start planting. Turns out our new carrot field that we're going to be planting needs spray. I'll be able to do that first. We're actually going to go with a setup that we can both cultivate and seed at the same time for the carrots. That is, it's a smaller planter. It's not as big as the one that can plant, I think, 8 rows. It's only a 4-row. But with the savings on time with being able to cultivate at the same time as seeding it, and it's not that big of a field anyhow, I think we're going to try it. And I believe it actually was cheaper to buy the all-in-one than buying just the bigger planter by itself. So I'll finish spraying this, then we'll get over to the other field. Well, that is unexpected. To upgrade this tractor to 280 horsepower like I needed, it's going to cost us $30,700 to do both the engine and put the wide tires back on it. Oh, so many expenses. But it'll make this work for the planter. I guess it'll be worth it. Let's go get it hooked up and get it started. I would think in real life, I couldn't imagine this tractor actually being able to pull this big of a seeder. But in the game, it will do it. I mean, I don't know, 280 horsepower. That's quite a little bit. Maybe it can do it. It's working. It's doing its job. I'll have this seed this up, and then it looks like we have rocks in almost every field, because I plowed a lot more than I thought I did in the winter off camera. But we will have him seed this, and then when he's done picking up the rocks in this field, I'll have him advance to the next one. Next time you see this field will be all seeded up. Here that we are in the month of April. We're going to go get a hired hand down on these couple fields we got to get him started on planting corn, while we pick up our new carrot seeder to be able to plant our new carrot field across the street. Still, these weeds were all killed, last month. We'll see if I'm sure they'll all grow back now that I'm seeding it. I'm sure I wasted my chemical on this. Let's see how far this one has left. Our rye is growing really well. And then our alfalfa is also growing really well. See, it's 100% fertilized. I couldn't remember if I fertilized it all or not. Looks like that's done spreading out. The thing with this planter just takes so long to open up. I wish it would go just a little bit faster. Let me get him started on horseplay, and then let him plant all this in corn. There's he goes. Make sure he's planting everything correctly. Yeah, see, it's got weeds growing again. Of course, it needs lime too. I should have spread lime on this field before we planted it. And we'll probably miss lime again this time. Yeah, seeded after we sprayed it, and the weeds are already growing. But we'll get in the massey, and we'll get that carrot planter ready. I think to get an extra bonus on fertilizer, we're going to use this setup to where it does the hills in front of the seeding. So we'll go ahead and we'll buy that, and then get our little 4-row carrot planter. It's actually really cheap, only $12,500. And we could have gone with this bigger setup here. Let me go here. I mean, this would plant twice as much, but we lose out on the fertilizer bonus with this hill. So with this, we'd have to go across it twice. So save some money and get it all in one. Let me get this weight off the front, because we're not going to need the weight. There we go. And see if I can hook this up correctly. I'm going to put the one that does the hills first. There we go. And then the seeder should be able to attach right to this. If it doesn't, then I've wasted some of the money. Oh, maybe I need to lower it. Let's see if I can lower. There we go. Just need to lower it, and we can raise it all. Let's go across the street and get this thing. I guess we better fill it up first. Put it on carrots so I don't put it on the wrong thing. Over here, fill it up with a little bit of carrot seed. As you can tell, those are extremely small planter boxes. All right, there. There we go. It holds 16 liters, $10 of seed. So it'll be one of the cheapest things as long as it doesn't fill up too fast. Let me drive over and we'll get set up in that field. Oh, this field don't look as good as I was hoping. Really should start plowing after I do the weeds. Maybe it'll look a little better. Alright, see if I can lower everything. Like I said, this is my first time doing this. I have not done any carrots yet. Alright. Thing is, am I planting anything? I don't know. It's not going down any. So I bet I don't have something turned on. There, okay. I didn't have the seeder on. Now, yeah, you can see the fertilizer state. A little darker. Alright. Well, let me seed all this. And then, when we're done with this, we will go back and keep an eye on our other fields. I know he's going to be done planting that in corn. Then right across the road from here, he's going to have to come and plant it in corn as well. So I'll probably actually set this up on course play. Not sure what it's going to look like. Hopefully it'll do both the seeding and the hills in the same pass. Looks really bad with these dead weeds in here though. That just looks horrible. You'd think when it goes over it to make the hill, it would actually grind up the old weeds, but it doesn't. I'll set this up on course play, and then we'll see when this field's done. Turns out I'm not able to do course play with this. I don't know if it's because it's 2 attachments in one and it just won't do it. So I'm going to just increase my speed to max farming speed and do it all by myself. Of course, these hills aren't going to be accurate looking, but that's okay. I'm still going to go around the field like I normally would. So I will do this all manually, and then I will come back when it's finished. Well, I'm really not sure what I was thinking. I kind of wish I would have gone with the bigger seeder now, because he was able to do pretty well both of those fields in the time that I went through just this little one. And I think I forgot to turn on the seeder on that pass. You can tell it's a little lighter. Yep, I just heard it kick on. Forgot to turn it on. So now I got to go back down that one. Oh, now I forgot to lower it. Look at all these little mistakes. Goodness gracious. These carrots are way too much work. Go forward. There, now I've got to drop down. I'm going to have to go back up the one I was just on. Finish it. Thankfully it wasn't very far. See my marks where I came back in. Alright, raise this, turn around and go back. Then I did load up the pickup and fifth wheel trailer with the wool that we've produced and the rest of the tomatoes. We'll get them to the ketchup factory and get to the cloth maker so we can get both of those done. And then shut this thing off. There. Just probably leave this at this field. So I'm not going to take it anywhere else. Boom, see if it'll unhook. It does. Everything unhooks together. Alright, when we get back to the house, we'll grab the pickup and the fifth wheel and get those items to town. Then we need to take the cloth that we have made already, the fabric, and take it over to the t-shirt manufacturer that we purchased by mistake this last time around. Looks like he just finished that field, so we timed that just right. Let me get to town and get those things delivered and start making t-shirts. I'm really needing to think of a better way to produce more tomatoes. You know, we're only getting, what is that, 6 pallets of tomatoes in a 24-hour period, kind of a month's period in the game. That's not making much ketchup. But I mean, we do have a lot of sheep now, so we're producing a pretty good amount of wool. So that's a positive thing, but there's other little issues with our tomato factory, just not making enough tomatoes. I already got 2 of the large greenhouses in. Not sure what if I should add a bigger or another greenhouse somewhere else, buy some land and just put a bunch of greenhouses on them. Get all this land right here close to town would be kind of nice. Let me turn in here real quick. See if there's any place I could get rid of all those hay bales there. There'd be room to put some greenhouses. But the amount of money we'd spend on this farm ground it'd take us a little bit of time to make enough money off it. We'll have to see. Keep an eye on some different properties around that it's kind of flat, not too hilly, because we want it smooth so we can build greenhouses easier. But I'll finish getting these in and take the tomatoes first. I wonder if we've even made any ketchup. It looks like we have, though. There's 3 pallets of it already. Wow, that went a little faster than I thought. I can't remember how many pallets we took of tomatoes. That's a pretty good amount of ketchup. I'll have to look and see what that little bit's worth. I know wool's not accepted here, but the rest of those tomatoes, let's see how big. We've got a little lag there too. Let's see, they are, looks like 1,000 liters each, so 3,000 liters of tomatoes. Check the price as that's unloading. There we go. Looks like each ketchup pallet is worth about $4,700. Well, that's not too bad. I wonder when the best price is for that. Let me check. Looks like not until November. So it's quite a while off, quite a ways off, so not sure if we'll wait that long or not. Depends on how many tomatoes we can produce. Let me head over to the factory to make the fabric. I know the money for t-shirts is really good. Just got to get some t-shirts made, which we got at least 4 pallets. I don't know if there's any still inside that hasn't come out yet or not. Let's see if I can get this in here right. I have to unload it by hand. Ooh, there it's... maybe just going to take one, if any. Just unload it by hand. No, it's still taking that one, maybe. There we go. Got a lot of lag here, too. I'll finish unloading this so you don't have to watch it jump around, then we'll throw our fabric back on top. Well, it is definitely not loaded pretty, but it's on there. I know with our computer lag that we're starting to get here in Alma, I know our goal for 2024 is to upgrade this computer. So hopefully sometime next year our graphics will be better. I know Frontier was really pushing our limits, and that was one of the reasons we kind of thought we brought it to an end, but the demand for that series is so strong right now, we might try to bring back a short series on it, a few more episodes. But now here in even Alma is starting to slow us down quite a bit. Let's take it right here, and we're actually going to drive to this guy's backyard up in front of us to leave. We'll get this unloaded, we'll get the factory turned on and start making t-shirts. Well, that should do it for this episode here in Alma, Missouri. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to slap that like button. And hopefully in the next episode, we'll be able to get some of the harvesting done for our rye that we have planted, along with getting that quick baler purchased and try baling our alfalfa and wrapping it to make silage. So until next time, have a blessed day, and bye-bye.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are.